Hi, this is Samantha. You're watching Bollywood Hungama. Do subscribe.
Samantha, welcome on Bollywood Hungama.
Thank you.
All right,
How have you been?
I've been very well. How have you been?
Good, good.
There's so many aspects that I can discuss about. I'll take a couple of them. One discussion that went on was about the sexism in the workplace that women face, and how your character stood up to it and actually gave it back. That is something that a lot of women found it very inspiring. What is your response to that?
Yeah, so I remember saying in all the interviews before the Family Man release that there was this point of time where I've never done finished a shot and come out and completely break down, and it was the instant the scene you are talking about where the boss comes home and he's on top of me, and there was a moment where I snap and kill him. That was shot in a very, very tiny space. That room was like the size of a shoe closet. I think it was a very tiny room where so I could easily feel what would happen to so many girls, or even to so many girls who would have been put in that position, and it was just too much for me to handle, and I felt so helpless, even though I was just playing a role. I felt so helpless. So I knew that the shot would be over and it would be all over, but I still felt so helpless, and to know that so many girls have to face this and still be quiet about it and go on with their life like nothing happened, it was extremely traumatizing for me. And that was when I finished that shot, walked out and broke down.
No, I'm sure you must have. All right, and the relationship that Raji shares with Sajid. Maybe I've not seen a more beautiful love story in a way, because there is so much unsaid respect and a sense of bonding because of coming from this common space that both are having a sense of betrayal, and they want a certain they have a certain goal in life in terms of achieving freedom in whatever capacity for their respective causes. And when she comes to know that he's dead, the sudden change and very subtle change in body language, the way she starts eating the food, and maybe the resolve gets even more stronger that now nothing really matters.
Yeah.
It was beautifully communicated, that was really beautifully communicated.
Yeah. I don't know why, actually. I just started eating faster. I think it was just it was a spontaneous reflex action, and I think that's all that needed to be said, because she wouldn't allow herself to feel any more than that. Yeah, that was what I understood of Raji, and I thought that just eating faster would be enough to communicate.
No, it does. And in fact, Shahab told me that I believe there were a few more scenes between you and him, but I think they were edited out.
No, there was not few more. There was just one more scene. There was just one more scene, which was, the fact that they actually spent a moment together. But I think that there was no need for it. Yeah, because I think so much was communicated just by him sitting there and saying that I've not seen a greater soldier. And Raj, I also believe that Raji's communication of love would never be physical, because someone who has been raped multiple times, physical communication of love would not mean love. I think what he said to her in respect, in just absolute respect, would be the ultimate communication of the love that she was looking for.
Right. All right. Okay. And there was certain criticism that came the way of the show and Raji's character. How have you assimilated everything that has come your way? And
See, I would not begin to say that that it was, the hate was ridiculous. I allow people to have their own opinion. If they decided to stay with that same opinion, I'm very, very sorry. I'm very sorry for hurting anyone's sentiments. I sincerely apologize. That was not what I intended on doing at all. I did not mean to hurt anyone. So if I did, I'm extremely sorry. I'm glad though that once the show did release, a lot of the noise stopped. So I guess some saw that it wasn't so bad after all. For the people who didn't and still continue to hold resentment, I sincerely apologize.
I believe you've been shooting for a film, and
Yes, I've been shooting for a Tamil film.
Right. And how was the experience?
Very good, because it's a comedy, and it's my favorite genre. So I love comedy, and it was really fun. No brainer.
So if the social media posts are anything to go by, I think even off the set, you guys were having a lot of fun as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I get along well with this team, and they're all very easygoing people. So it is a very collaborative effort, when you have three stars working together, and we have most of the scenes together. So we really have to have a camaraderie, and which is what worked out finally for the film.
Right. So
I'm at the end of the last leg of the film.
Okay. So out of all the genres that you've been part of, the movies that you've been part of, which is your personal favorite?
I think comedy. Yeah. Comedy, because I personally find comedy the hardest, because a lot of people say emotional, intense is hard, but comedy really, really is difficult, especially a lot of to write comedy for female actors is a bit difficult also. So it takes it takes a lot of timing. It takes a lot of the timing is so important, and if you don't have timing, you can not do comedy. So I think personally comedy is a bit hard.
So I've been watching a lot of your interviews since today morning, and even during interactions with the media, you keep it light and frothy and entertaining.
I try. I try, because they're also you guys also must be so bored of asking the same questions to all the stars. So we might as well entertain you for a change.
Okay, and your fans are getting entertained in the bargain as well. All right, and while you were away shooting for a film, I'm sure that you must have been aware that your character in The Family Man 2 got an outstanding response, not only in India but all across the world. Is it one of the most watched show or project of yours?
So I've been told. See, what I didn't expect. What came at me, and honestly I wasn't prepared actually for the kind of appreciation and that I received. I expected it to come from back home, but it came from all over India, especially the north, and I was so touched and so humbled by receiving such a warm reception. So many people, so many of my peers in the industry messaged, and it was extremely sweet of them to do so. And it's for any actor, it's their dream for more people to watch their work. So this was a huge gift for me, I can say that.
All right, so there's a friend of mine. He's based in Kerala, and right after the release, so I call him up and just discuss the show with him. He had not seen the show by then, and he said that I'm getting an outstanding response for Samantha. I've never experienced something of this sort. What exactly has she done? So someone who has followed your work, and they're surprised by the level of praise that is coming your way. Was that something that you personally experienced as well? The level of surprise and accolades?
Yeah, see. So basically, so many of my friends who haven't watched any of my work so far. Yes, I have friends who haven't watched any of my work so far because they don't watch regional content. So they have watched Family Man for my performance for the first time ever seeing me on screen. So I had so many of my friends come up to me and like, "Oh my God, are you seriously that talented?" I was like, "I'm going to kill you. You know me since we were children, and you still haven't watched any work of mine." And now you're coming up to me. So there were many like this, who haven't watched regional films before, and but have been big fans of The Family Man, and so watching me for the first time on screen. And so I got a new set, not just from audience from the north, but even from the south, people who don't usually watch regional films. So I think that it was overwhelming for me wherever I went, and I did not expect this level of applause.
Applause. All right, and there are so many nuances to your performance. When any actor can perform without saying a dialogue, I think that is the biggest victory for any actor. That is something that you've done right through the show by your mere frustration that is boiling inside. The way your eyes are doing the talking, the way your body language is doing the talking when you are just tied inside the police station. That was incredible. The vibes that were coming out of you were simply fire. Now, I'm sure as an actor, maybe you may have internalized a lot as far as the character is concerned. What exactly was the process of getting into the skin and psychology of the character?
I think I've told you this before, right? Before the release, that I never approached the role as that of a baddie, that of a villain. I just believe that she was on the wrong side of history. That's all. And as an actor, you are as great as your ability to show empathy, to empathize with another person. And I tried my best to empathize with Raji, because this was a girl who suffered unbelievable trauma since the time she was very young, and I watched a lot of documentaries, a lot of real life footage that made my hair stand and blood boil. And I remember watching this one documentary, and there was a sudden shot of this young girl, and just her eyes. So there was this shot of this young girl, just her eyes, looking at a bomb blast in front of her, and people's bodies thrown out. But I guess the men told the girls to stay at a particular spot and not move, whatever they see or whatever they hear. So it was a shot of these 3-4 girls under a shed, and the bomb blast outside, and a lot of people die. And there was a shot of her eyes. And when I saw that documentary, I got stuck at those eyes, and I imagined what her life would become after witnessing such pain, tragedy, and I just, those eyes stuck, and I somehow wanted to bring those eyes to my performance. It was almost like, when you've seen so much that you can't really show more emotion, then it just has to be internalized. You can't really show it. You can't really show happiness, show sadness, show anger. You can't really, those kind of people, I think they just become numb to emotion. So I tried to do that.
No, I think she's a total commando. The way I think Manoj Bhai told me that the way Samantha worked on the fitness part of it, it totally just motivated me. You don't entirely agree with him, but when we see the action that you performed, and as we see a lot of content, so you can gauge the fact that the level of, I'm sure that practice you must have put in as far as getting the action right. It is something that is your second nature. The way she is doing it, it's second nature. It's not something which is forced.
So Raj and DK actually didn't intend on having this much action. They didn't intend on doing it initially when they saw me and they saw how small and petite I am, and I don't think that they intended it for it to be this physical. But then as soon as I met them in Mumbai and I signed for this project, I started training just on my own, nothing that they sent me, or they just told me that it is physical. So I just started training with a trainer of mine, and I remember sending them a small clip of what I was training. And then they got the confidence saying, okay, fine, she's putting in this effort. Let's do this. Let's make it more physical. And that's how the whole, because I don't think seeing me, anyone would want to make it so action oriented. But yeah, after seeing that little clip, that's what changed their mind.
No, I'm sure that a lot of pride. And I believe you're doing Nag Ashwin's film with Prabhas. And
No, that's just the rumor.
That's just a rumor. Okay, but do you feel that this is Samantha 2.0? The way not only the South audience, but all across the country, the way people are looking at you now. They're waiting for
this is Samantha 2.0, and there will be 3.0, and there will be 4.0.
Right. Yeah. But what sort of, I'm sure that you must be getting a lot of offers, scripts, both for shows as well as films.
Yeah, I intend on taking a break for a few months, and then I will be back to do a lot of interesting things.
What was Naga Chaitanya's reaction on your performance in The Family Man 2?
He said, good.
Who was the most unexpected person you received a compliment from for your role in The Family Man 2?
Okay, a lot of the actors like Vicky Kaushal, Varun Dhawan, Kiara, so many Bollywood celebs messaged me, and I didn't expect all of that.
All right. If you woke up as Shrikant Tiwari tomorrow, what would you do?
If I woke up as Shrikant Tiwari, if I woke up as Shrikant Tiwari, what would I do? Okay, this is the hard one. What would you do? Okay, what would you do?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't want to get into the shoes of Shrikant Tiwari at all. But Rajiv may be having certain grievances with them. Okay,
I woke up as Shrikant Tiwari. I would accept that Rajiv is the hero. She's a good guy.
No, but I think Manoj Bhai has a lot of respect for you. I've interviewed him a few times after.
Raji is the good guy, not the bad guy of season 2.
All right. What was the most challenging scene for you in The Family Man season 2?
Doing the first scene in Hindi with Manoj sir. The first scene with him was the police station scene, and my hands were shivering because I'm so in awe of Manoj sir. I've been in awe of him for the longest time, and Raj and DK were ruthless with me. They made me say hi, hello sir, and then shot the police station scene, and they shot the scene with his close-ups first, and I saw his fantastic performance, which made me even more scared. So I think that scene that day was the most nervous I was on The Family Man, and I really did not know what I was doing actually in that.
No,
scene.
But I think that scene is outstanding. The police station scene, it is simply brilliant. You can feel. There's this element of like a tigress inside a.
Maybe it was a fear of Manoj sir sitting in front of me.
I don't think so. I don't think he'll agree with that either. Okay, if you're stuck in an elevator with Mahesh Babu and Allu Arjun, what would you talk about?
How that they have this. How do they? So both of them, I've noticed, with every new film, they come with some renewed energy, like it's their first film and they have a point to prove. In fact, I've always told this that said this before, that the best advice I ever received from the film industry was from Mahesh Babu, where he told me, treat every film as your first film. And this is something that I know for a fact that these two actors follow, because they're constantly trying to improve themselves, constantly, in the way they present themselves on screen, in the action, in the acting. They're constantly reinventing themselves. So I'd probably ask them for tips regarding this.
All right. What is the craziest thing a fan has done for you that you can never forget?
I have a group of fans. I think this is the most touching part of being an actor, where complete strangers love you and love you for so long, because the group, I've had a loyal group of, say, about 15 fans who have been by my side since my first film. They messaged me, they tweeted during my first film. They were children, they were in college, they grew up, they got married, they had babies, but they still show me the same love. They still meet me on my birthday every year. They see all my movies despite their difficult work. So I think this is the ultimate. This is love that I can't really understand. It's the greatest form of love.
All right, and I believe you like meeting your fans, and you have a very one-to-one. And I think you got a great set of fans. I've interacted with a few.
Yes, I do.
Recent times. I think they're terrific.
They also keep me pretty grounded. Huh? They also have they can also tell me that this work didn't work really. So they really I would say that they help me a lot.
What is your definition of feminism?
The definition of feminism is actually equality, an equal voice.
When you were aspiring to be an actress, who were the 3 co-stars on your dream list?
Mahesh Babu, Surya, and Shah Rukh Khan.
You still have to work with Shah Rukh Khan, I believe.
Sorry, I still haven't worked with Shah Rukh Khan.
You still have to. Okay.
I still have to. Yes, I still. A part of my dream still remains untrue.
Any 3 films that you think made you what you are today?
3 films that made me what I am today. Yemai Chesare, obviously my first film. It catapulted me immediately to, becoming. It catapulted me to stardom that I did not see coming. I think till now, I can't stand hearing this, but till now people say that is my best performance. My first film is my best performance. And I was like, I worked so hard, but people keep saying that your first performance is still your best performance. But yeah, it is what it is. So Jessie was my defining role. And after that, I think Iga, because at that point of my time, I was still finding my footing, and there were a bunch of very commercial films that were being offered to me, and there was Iga, which was back then, and in the initial stages, it was still an experimental film by Rajmouli sir. So I remember saying no to a bunch of commercial films that would have taken me in a different route. And I did Iga, and which was obviously, I think that was the first film that was known all over India, Iga,
Yes.
Makhi. And it changed my path. The kind of films and roles that I got post Iga, where really the girl had a strong role. So I went in that route, which probably wouldn't have if I had chosen to go the only commercial route. So I think,
Absolutely.
okay, that is the second film that was defining for me. And the third film that was absolutely defining for me was, I think instead of a film, I would say a period. Like the last 2 years have defined me as well as an actor. All the movies that I did in the last 2-3 years, like Rangasthalam, Maha.
Yeah. We can see.
So this phase has been a really great phase for me. So yeah, these 3 defining moments of my career.
All right. What was your first reaction when you came to know that Naga Chaitanya is doing Lal Singh Chadda with Amir Khan?
I was so jealous. I am obsessed, have been obsessed with Amir Khan. And he, I think growing up, I watched all his films, including if anybody even said that it was average film, I still loved it. And I never sang so many Hindi songs. Only his Hindi songs I know when I used to sing. So yeah, it's really something. I'm so happy that this has happened. It's a big moment for Chaitanya.
How do you rate following things on a scale of 1 to 10 based on their importance in your life? Fans, 1 to 10.
10.
Smartphone.
Unfortunately, it's still a 10. I wish that it wasn't, but it's still a 10.
Okay. Freedom of expression.
10.
All right. Instagram.
Like 7, between 7 and 8.
If you were a chat show host, which you are, and following people appear on your show, what one question you'd definitely ask them? Prabhas.
When are you going to work with me?
Anushka Shetty.
When is your next film releasing?
Mahesh Babu.
How do you not age?
Allu Arjun.
Where does he get all this energy from? Especially his dancing. It's just insane.
No, absolutely. Quick reply in one word, please. A film of yours you think should be remade in Bollywood.
Oh, baby.
A Bollywood classic you wish you were a part of.
Pico.
Pico. Oh, that's great. That's a great choice. We'll end this interview with a social media segment. I saw one of your interviews on social media, and I think it was really funny and entertaining. So I'm inspired by that particular interview of yours. So these are fun questions. I think you'll enjoy it. Which celebrity's Instagram account do you find most entertaining?
Okay. Currently, most entertaining. You mean only in India or all?
It can be anywhere. It can be anywhere.
Oh, okay. Anywhere than Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively. I think they are the cutest.
A celebrity who has the best replies to the comments on their pics.
Best replies for comments on their page. He's the guy, Ryan Reynolds. Have you seen his Instagram? He's hilarious.
All right. Okay. I'll check it out for sure.
Yeah.
On an average, how many selfies do you click before you post the final selfie?
But I don't post selfies. You mean normal pictures? Normal pictures say about 15 pictures before the one that goes on the post.
In an interview, you had said Facebook is outdated. Why do you say that?
Did I say that?
Yeah.
Okay. Facebook is outdated. I said that, no?
Mm-hmm.
Really, I'm getting old. I can't remember what I said and I didn't say. Okay, if I did say that, I don't know. I mean, Instagram is the new Facebook, and then tomorrow Instagram will, be thing of the past. So I guess, you just keep moving on to the next best thing.
All right. Have you ever stalked your fans on social media?
No.
You had said blocking is your favorite pastime.
Oh, I love it.
On an average, how many people do you block per month?
Per month?
Hmm?
Per month or per day only, I would have blocked some 50 people. Yeah, I love to block. It's like, it's just that easy. Why do you have to there's no room for negativity in my life.
When was the last time you received a message from any celebrity and you couldn't believe they actually messaged you? DM or something.
I felt that when Anushka Sharma reacted to one of my stories. I was like, wait, what? Yeah.
No Insta Reels for a month? Yeah, no Insta Stories for a month. What would you choose?
No Insta Reels for a month. Reels is so much hard work.
If you could introduce one rule for social media, what would that be?
That you can't hurt anybody with your words. If only.
How do you describe these social media platforms using an emoji? Twitter.
The one with the glasses, the emoji with the glasses. The
Black
nerd.
glasses.
Yeah, the nerd kind of emoji.
WhatsApp.
Heart. The one with the love struck one.
Instagram.
Instagram is all heart.
Do you follow any person though you don't like him or her much, but unfortunately you can't unfollow them? You don't have to give the name.
Yeah.
Have you ever wanted to take a break from all your social media platforms?
Yeah. And I have, when I feel that I need to take a break, I do take a break. You would see me not posting much for a month or so, but yeah, I do take breaks.
If you need some social media tips on following things, which celeb would you call? How to troll a troll.
How to troll a troll, Tapsi.
How to increase engagement and followers on Instagram.
Maybe Alia.
Okay. How to click a perfect selfie.
Karina.
Okay. How to carry ask sessions with fans.
I haven't seen too many celebs doing that. No, you have.
They
Ask. They do a lot.
Twitter quite a few times. And
I think no, I can't remember anyone who does the ask sessions really well now.
no, it's absolutely fine. All right, no problem. Okay,
I think
Samantha, lovely.
Anushka Sharma posts really, really valuable engagement. I just feel like her Instagram page really empowers and makes you feel happy inside. Yeah, so I like Anushka Sharma's social media.
Okay, so Samantha,
Presence.
lovely talking to you.
Thank
Lovely
you.
talking to you. Thank you very much for your time. Congratulations
Thank you very
for the great response to the Family Man 2, and looking forward to everything that you'll be doing from here on. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye. Hi, this is Samantha. You're watching Bollywood Hungama. Do subscribe.